Alright, so we're asked to find the length of the line segment AB. If the endpoints of AB are A, which is -1, -3, and B, which is 1, 4. So let's find exactly where these points are located on the graph. So we have -1, -3, which is located at where x is -1 and y is -3. So this is the location of the point A. That's for A. Now for B, you notice that B is located at 1, 4, so we go to where x is 1, y is 4, so this is a point where 1, 4 is located. Now if you really want to draw a line segment that has those two endpoints, we can just connect the two dots together and we get the line segment AB. Now remember that this point here is the A point, and this point here is the B point. These are the points given to us. Now to find that length, there are two ways of doing it. So I'm just going to concentrate on one way, and eventually I'll create another video for the other method of doing it. So for the first method, it's by using this formula called the distance formula. Remember that a length is the same as a distance. So to actually find the distance of between those 2 points, 2 endpoints, well, you got to label this coordinate pairs. Remember, this is x, and this is y, and this is x, and this is y. The first point here, the A point, is really what we're gonna do is we're gonna call this one x sub 1, y sub 1, because this is our first point. Here, this is our second point, so we can call it x sub 2, y sub 2. So these are the corresponding x and y's that we're going to be plugged into this formula. So let's do that. So now, remember that the formula that we have here, this quadratic formula, has a radical on it. So let me just let me draw the square root. Just hope that it looks nice. Hopefully it looks nice by the time I finish. Now I'm going to put in the x. So we said that x sub 2, if you notice here, is 1. So substitute the 1 here. There's a subtraction sign on the formula, so I'll write the subtraction symbol. And x sub 1 is a -1. Now you got to be careful with this one. We're subtracting a -1. So when you subtract a -1, you're really adding a 1. So remember, two negatives turn into a positive if you're multiplying. So now I just have the 1 plus 1 plus the next point is y2. Well, the y2, we got to substitute the y2, which is in this case 4. So I go here and I write down the 4 minus the y sub 1, and we said y sub 1 is -3. Now because y sub 1 is -3, remember we're subtracting a -3. That makes that a positive 3. We have a positive 3, and 4 plus 3, we have it squared. Now the next step here is really working out, going through the order of operations, which means that we're supposed to work within the parentheses first. So let me redraw the radical again. Remember, we're not really doing much with this radical yet until the end. What we want to do is combine this. So to combine that, well, we have 1 plus 1, which is 2. So I have 2, and this quantity is being squared, plus 4 plus 3, which is 7. So that's my 7 squared. Now we're finished with the parentheses. We're going to go to exponents now. We're going to square the 2. So let me draw the radical again. So we have this radical. Now we have 2 squared. Well, 2 squared we know is 4, so I'll write down a 4 plus 7 squared, which is 49. So we have 4 plus 49. Now we have to make sure we combine these two terms inside the radical. So if we combine them at the end of it, we're going to end up having square root of, square root of 4 plus 49. 4 plus 49. Well, 4 plus 49 we know is 53. So we have the square root of 53, so that's the distance between, or the length between A and B. Now, is there any way to reduce this? Well, it turns out that the only factors that we have for 53 are, well, if we know that 53, it's just 53 times 1. There's no other factors for it, so this, you cannot really take the square root of 53 and get a nice number. Remember, this is not a perfect squared, and there are no factors that you can use to reduce that radical. So our final answer is square root of 53 is the length of the line segment AB. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the following video.